Perfume Wrapped 2024. I've already seen this video done so many times in so many ways, and I've thought about it. I was like, should I do a similar video? I've actually created a few categories that I haven't really seen exactly like this anywhere, but the video that truly made me film this, that let's say inspired me, although it's not really similar to that video, belongs to Mandorle. So I'm gonna tag her below because she was truly the cherry on top of this cake. She made me do it. She made me do it. My most worn fragrance in 2024 was Bianco Latte. And I don't think this is a surprise for anyone, especially people following me on Instagram and TikTok, because I talk about this fragrance a lot. And I like it. I would say I love it so much that I got the body lotion as well. That smells exactly the same, super strong as well. I wanted to actually show it to you. I tried looking for it. I don't know where it is. Ever since I moved, I cannot find anything in this house. But this fragrance was truly the easy reach type of fragrance for me this year. Whenever I didn't know what to wear, I would reach for this because this is so delicious, so easy to wear, and it brings a lot of compliments. But we shall see if it brought the most compliments. My most expensive purchase when it comes to fragrances this year was Baciami from Bulgari. This cute bottle, and actually it was a pretty worn fragrance as well, a pretty used fragrance as well, considering this dent. I hope you can actually see the dent. It was used quite a bit. I've seen some negative reviews when it comes to this fragrance, and I honestly, even though this is like a pretty simple fragrance, there's nothing too complex about it. It's a vanilla white floral. This is it. But it's done in such a way that it reminds me of classic fragrances without smelling old, like outdated, but still there's something classic about it in a way that I like it, not in the Chanel No. 5 way. My most affordable purchase was Peche Delicieuse. This is Le Monde Gourmand in collaboration with a content creator from TikTok. Her name is Jade. I'm going to put her account, a picture of her TikTok account here, so you guys can go and check her out. But this, I think I paid, I don't know, 20 something dollars. This is so delicious. This is the most delicious peach tea you've ever smelled. So if you love peach, check this out. The best niche fragrance of the year. There was a lot of debate in my head about this. I'm like, okay, there's this, there's that. There's so many good fragrances when it comes to niche, because when it comes to designer, for example, it wasn't so hard to choose. But niche, we had a lot of good stuff this year. And it was hard for me to choose, okay? But I decided to go with Amouage Guidance 46. The best designer fragrance of 2024 was really easy to pick. Unfortunately, there were not that many new releases. The one I decided to go with is a fragrance I bought myself, and this is Black Opium Over Red. I always say another name for this fragrance, like Ultra Red, anything else but Over Red. I find the name a bit odd. The fragrance, though, is really good. It's a combination between jasmine, vanilla, and cherry. It's really unexpected. I'm not saying it will shock you. I'm not saying it's groundbreaking, but it's really nice and definitely way better than the Black Opium, the OG. The best Middle Eastern. Now, this was hard. This was truly hard. There were many. There were many new releases that were good and, of course, affordable. So I couldn't just pick one. I picked two because they're so different. They're both, let's say, vanilla fragrances, sort of, but they're so different. They go in the most opposite directions they could. So first of all, we got Teriaq Intense from LATTAFA. And I have a video dedicated to this. I'm going to try to link it here. This is a juicy combination between vanilla, caramel, and plum. And it's a little bit less sweet than the OG. The second fragrance in this category is actually Fursan White. I've mentioned it in my previous video. And this is a spot-on dupe for vanilla powder from Matière Première. My most complimented fragrance by women, because there were differences. Women complimented me the most when I was wearing either Jany from SORA DORA or Bianco Latte. These two are both gourmands, but they're not similar. Now, Jany is a baked apple dessert. This is also a dessert, Bianco Latte, but this is more of a caramel crust and vanilla ice cream dessert. Most complimented by men was Sugar Addict. Now this fragrance is true to its name. This is a combination of sugar, sweetness, and a little bit of booziness. The fragrance that I loved the most this year, you would be tempted to think that it's this, Bianco Latte. I mean, I wore it the most, so it must be that one. Well, yes, it could have been if this didn't exist. This is, of course, my own fragrance, and I helped create this fragrance. It's my baby, so of course I love it the most. The fragrance I wish I wore more. I have two actually, they both fit the description, but for different reasons. First of all, Patchouli Paris from Guerlain. Now this fragrance is beautiful, first of all, but it's that type of fragrance that asks for a special occasion, at least in my mind. So whenever I do boring things like, I don't know, like going to the supermarket or just doing daily stuff, I cannot find myself picking this fragrance for some weird reason. I always think I'm gonna save this for something special, and that special occasion of course doesn't happen a lot, and when that comes, maybe I even forget to pick this one and maybe I pick something else. The other fragrance I also didn't wear, but for different reasons, like I was saying, is Oud Bouquet. And because this bottle is the old formulation, is the old bottle, and because this is very hard to find, I'm trying to protect it. I'm trying to preserve it and to save it for God knows what. I don't even know. I love this. This is also a special occasion type of fragrance. This is for colder weather. This is such a beast. The revelation of this year. A fragrance that I didn't see coming, a brand I've never heard of, but suddenly I was like, wow, okay, this is really good. I'm talking about Neydo. The brand is Neydo. I got two fragrances here from this brand. This one is probably everyone's favorite from the brand. It's called Blonde Redhead. If you haven't tried it, I recommend you to try it if you have the chance. It is a spicy, sweet, enveloping fragrance with that addictive quality to it. A perfume I cannot stop recommending to people. Is the same as last year and the year before, and ever since I got my nose on this, and it is Mandorle from SORA DORA. It's my favorite fragrance from the brand, and actually I'm about to make a huge statement. But if I was to just keep one fragrance for the rest of my life, if things were to go south and it was just one fragrance for me, except, of course, the one I created, it would be Mandorle. And finally, the last category in today's video is a perfume that I cannot wait to wear in 2025. And that one for me is Onyx from Nishane. I actually like Onyx more than Ani, the OG. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that I used to love that fragrance. And I still do. I got a little bit bored with it, I guess. That sweetness can be a bit too much, and I feel like this is more balanced and easier to wear. This was my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I invite you to do the same wrapped, answer the same questions in the comments, or even post a video if you're a content creator. I would really love to see that. Happy New Year and see you soon. Bye.